beautiful Hippocrates Health Institute in West Palm Beach. And today I want to talk a little bit about weight gain on an 80-10-10 RawTil4 diet. Now it seems like about 50% of the people who take this sort of lifestyle on are having wonderful results, whereas the other half seem to be gaining weight. The first two videos that I did in this series, I have to tell you, I shot in November. Now the reason that I did that is because I wanted to really experience this lifestyle for a few months before I released the series, the video series, and shared with you, so I could share with you what I've been learning on my own body. I came from a background of a lot of raw foods, juicing, intermittent fasting, keeping it really simple, lots of salads, but not a lot of calories. And since I've been on this journey of raw food for the past 5 years, I would say there have been times that have gotten pretty restrictive. And naturally there could be a rebound effect of that. So you have to look at your metabolism. If you're coming from calorie restriction, there's a good chance that you may gain weight when you initially start eating this way. And I think the main reason for that is because it's recommended that in order to stay on this RawTil4 vegan lifestyle, that you consume a significant amount of calories. We're talking like 2,500 calories to even 3,000. I'm hearing some of the recommendations. You have to think about where you're coming from and who you are. As far as, like, for example, I'm a small woman. I'm 5'3". I'm not like a very big person, so naturally I'm going to need less calories. So there's that. Secondly, I've come, as I said, from a background of just juicing and lots of raw salads and not eating a lot of food. So in my case, I ended up, when I first started with this, doubling my caloric intake like overnight. I'm talking going from maybe 1,000 calories, which isn't very much, to 1,800, 2,000, maybe even more. If you're gonna double your calories overnight like that, you're gonna gain weight. Basically is happening from a past of calorie restriction is in order to operate, to protect yourself, your body's metabolism will slow down so significantly that when you increase your calories so quickly, of course you're going to have a rebound effect because of the metabolic damage that you've done to your body. So now that my metabolism is so slowed down from intermittent fasting and juicing and just not eating a whole lot of food over the last several years and yo-yo dieting, when I finally am eating, really eating a lot of food, then of course my metabolism can't process that, so there's going to be some weight gain. But for me, it's really very uncomfortable because I feel like if I eat the amount of food that I'm supposed to eat according to, you know, the pioneers of this movement, then I feel bloated, I feel lethargic, I feel just like, whoa, like I can't button my, no, that's just not normal. You don't want to overeat. It's hard on your digestive system when you eat too much. It just is. But you have to eat enough to make sure that you stay on this, because a lot of people can't stay on it and they go back to eating the way that they were eating before, which for some people it just makes them cranky. So I have to say, feel so good when I ate all that food. From a mental clarity perspective and an energy perspective, I could easily run 5 miles, or yeah, I think it was 5 miles that I was running, which I never could do before. I don't think, maybe 3 miles was the most I could ever run. But what happens is then it started to affect me in different ways because I just didn't feel good physically, and confidence-wise. When you can't fit into your clothes, I refuse to go buy a new wardrobe. And I understand that they say it takes time, and for some people it can take 2 or 3 years of being heavy before your body finally adjusts and heals itself, and starts to recognize that you're not going to be starving it anymore, and lets go of that protective armor. Basically that's what this is. It's an armor that you're protecting yourself, that your brain and your stomach are not really speaking the same language yet. So once when your brain starts to understand that you're not going to be starving it anymore, your body will start to naturally let go of the weight. But if you don't want to wait 2 or 3 years, I think that maybe instead of shocking your system and by doubling your calories overnight, maybe it would be a better idea to ease into this. What I recommend is that you begin to increase your calories slowly. So there's a few apps that you can find online that will you can that will count your calories. And all my clients know that I have never been a calorie counter. I've never told somebody to tell me how many calories you're eating. But in this case, I think it's important for two reasons. You want to make sure that you're getting enough calories, number one, with this new lifestyle so that you can stay on it. And number two, you really want to see where you're starting from. What is your baseline? In my case, maybe 800 to 1,000 calories is my baseline. So if I started eating maybe 1,200 calories, that sounds like restriction, but it's still more than what I was eating before. So then give my body a little bit of time to adjust to that, and once it starts to recognize that I'm not going to be starving myself anymore, then I can add on, it gets used to it, it adapts and adjusts, then I could increase maybe to 1,400, 15, 16, and then I can get up to the 2,000 calories. So this is going to take some time, and it's something that I recommend that you be patient with, because I really do believe that once you can really begin to give your body what it needs on a nutrient level, on a caloric level, it will balance itself out, and you will be able to stay lean and stop going up and down and up and down with your weight. The other things that can make you gain weight on this diet are not staying on the diet. I know I'm great all week long in my own apartment, and then I'll go out on a weekend with my husband, and you know, at home I'm good with my wheatgrass and my green juices and my fruit and salads with sprouts and my sweet potatoes. But then when I go out, I don't always have those foods available. There's going to be more fat content, more salty food in there, and it's going to blow you out. And then the alcohol, I mean, let's think about that. Whenever you drink alcohol, it makes you tend to eat food to absorb the alcohol. It makes you tend to lose your judgment and maybe overeat, and then it kind of throws off your whole next day. I know it throws my whole next day off. I don't necessarily feel like preparing healthy food. Maybe I skip a workout. I'm just tired the next day. So I could do a whole nother video on alcohol, but for the sake of this, that's just one of the things you want to watch. You want to be mindful of your alcohol intake. If you can eliminate it altogether, or at least for some time, that would be really beneficial. Another thing that I see in this is that a lot of people come to this diet with a background of eating disorders. So for those who maybe were bingers, this is really attractive because you get to eat as much as you want and not feel guilty about it. But remember, there's a chance that you will still gain weight because your body is sort of protecting itself. They say that it's healing, and to a degree your body is healing, but your body is also protecting itself from whatever it was that made you have the eating disorder in the first place. So I highly recommend that you work through some of that and get some therapy with that, and not just hope that this is going to be the final thing that works for you. To recap, weight gain can happen from increasing your calories too fast, of course, metabolic damage from a restrictive past, emotional trauma, alcohol, and being inconsistent. Those are the things that I really see get in the way with this lifestyle. And if you're approaching this in the beginning, remember, go slowly, and also remember that it takes time. Don't expect, this is not a fad diet like every other thing that you've been on, or a juice cleanse, or a fast that's going to make you lose all your water weight, or even just drop the pounds that you want and make your clothes fit better. This is not that. This is a way to recalibrate and rebalance your body for life so that you don't have to keep going up and down and up and down. The most important thing that I can leave you with today is to please listen to your body and really honor that. If your body is saying, stop stuffing me, I'm uncomfortable, this doesn't feel good, you're giving me too much food, really listen to that. Listen to your intuition, listen to your body. If your body is telling you, thank God, I've been wanting all that, thank you so much, feed me, then honor that and really just be true to yourself. That's the most important thing. I've got more videos coming from Hippocrates Health Institute for you I'm here for 3 weeks, yay, sunshine. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas, your experiences in the comments below. And if you have any insight for me, I'm open. And lastly, if there's anything that you've really been wanting to learn about, I would be happy to do a video on that, so please let me know as well. And have a beautiful, beautiful, healthy day.